Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the LifeVantage Opportunity webinar overview. We are Dr. Dondee and Marci Nettles, and we are fired up tonight. So giving you time to put your seatbelt on, get a notebook out, get a pen or two in case one runs out of ink during this, because you don't want to miss any information. But before we get started, let us just introduce you to how we became your presenters tonight. So about 10 and a half years ago, I was at the height of my professional career as a family wellness chiropractor. That's why they call me Dr. Dondee, but I don't see patients anymore. But about 10 and a half years ago, at the height of my professional career, we had the fourth largest practice in the state of Arizona, seeing between 350 and 500 patients a week, had a AM talk radio show every Saturday from noon to 1 with thousands and thousands of listeners all over the Phoenix Valley here in Phoenix, Arizona. But what you didn't know behind the scenes is I was a father with no capacity to see my children. I was simply acting as the provider, but no involvement, no time, no teaching, no mentoring, no loving, no changing diapers, no laughing with kids, tickling wasn't happening because 80 to 90 hours a week was spent outside my home in pursuit of being a family wellness chiropractor and AM talk radio host. And then in 2009, my 3-year-old son got a brand new baby sister, and the story was even greater. I had no capacity to get involved in their upbringing or involved in any influence in their life other than providing financially, and it devastated me. And then the information that we're going to share with you came across my path, and I embraced it. I prayed heavily about it, embraced it, put it into my practice first, and then my life. And then a year later, sold my practice. And for the last 10 years, I've been a stay-at-home dad, stay-at-home grandparent, met the most amazing human being that God has ever created, in my opinion, my beautiful wife, Marci. We met in this business. And now we have a blended family, my 2 kids, our bonus kids, which are her 2 kids, and our 2 grandkids. And now we get to do this as stay-at-home parents and run an international business that never shuts down in 18 countries around the world, blessing tens of thousands of people every single day. So there you go. That's why I'm here. Why are you here, beautiful?
Because I needed hope. LifeVantage actually found me at the darkest time of my life. And, many people are there right now. So for me, I actually used to be a police officer. I loved it. I was great at it. It was exciting. I got paid really well. My agency paid more than any other agency in the Valley at that time. And so I was paying my bills and had money left over. But what I didn't like about it was that my kids were only 6 and 9 years old when I went through the law enforcement academy at the age of 30. And so I had to make the tough decisions that many of you struggle with every single day or have experienced them yourselves. And that is, when do you go to work to earn the money to pay the bills, to provide for your family? And when do you get to be home to be that influence, like what Dondee was talking about, to those children that you love so much? So for me, the choice was to work graveyards the majority of my career. So I went to work when the kids went to bed, but I was home when they got home from school, which was awesome. The bad part about it was, though, is that I was always exhausted. And so I was never fully present, and I still missed out on the majority of their growing up years. Something else that I learned in 2009 that I had no idea about before was that any time that you have a position to where you need to give your time, your energy, your services to somebody else, they put a value on it and you have to give it to them before they'll sign their name on a paycheck so you can pay your bills. You're never in control. And I learned that back in 2009 in August when I was in a car accident on duty that ended my career. I was in my unmarked detective's car driving down the road, and an ambulance with lights and sirens needed to cross my path. So I stopped, but the lady behind me was distracted and she hit me going about 60 miles an hour. I ended up with a brain injury, several herniated discs throughout my spine that required surgery, and basically on impact, my career and what I thought was my purpose was taken from me. So I ended up going through a lot of loss. My mind didn't work. I was struggling. My body was in constant pain. I couldn't pay my bills. I went through a divorce of a marriage that was already struggling because of financial situations. And on top of that, we lost a house. I ended up getting pretty depressed and talked to my doctor about it. And I ended up with more prescription medication that had warning labels on it that said may cause suicidal tendencies. Well, I actually had 4 suicide attempts before this information was brought to me. I was thought of by somebody that loved me She didn't know everything I was going through, but she thought of me when she saw this. And so I would really encourage you that anybody that you think of as we're going through this opportunity overview tonight, you need to write them down, and there's a reason why you thought of them. They need to see this information too. Okay. Because what happened for me is when I saw it, I had hope for the first time in 18 months since my accident that I could actually get my mind working. I could get my body working again, and that there would be a purpose for me to be here on this planet. And it became so much more than that. I met the most amazing man in the world, as you guys can see. He's just the perfect person for me. And we've blended our families. And now we're teaching other people. We're helping them. We're reaching down and lifting them up to be able to have better in their lives in all those areas that most people want better in. So we are so excited to be here with you because the future is looking very bright. We want to be the guides for you tonight and showing you how you can take control of your own biology, create a leveraged income, and you can do it all with LifeVantage. So thank you so much for joining us.
So let's talk about this new gig economy. And if you're not familiar with that term, it's just something that refers to a part-time workforce, because globally, businesses are going to a part-time workforce to save the expenses of retirement plans and to save the expenses of benefits like health benefits, dental benefits, and things like that. So it's easier financially on the companies, but it's more taxing financially on the employees. Enter the new gig economy. So we figured things out. There's some people that figured this out, and we're going to give you the ability to do it by connecting. So Uber just decided on capitalizing on cell phone technology and connecting people who want to get somewhere but don't want to wait for a dispatcher or a cab with people that have a car that is just sitting idle. And Uber connected them and created, in less than 10 years, the #1 ride providing service on planet Earth. And they don't own a single cab. And many, many, many people are creating a side hustle with Uber. Airbnb just did the same thing with guest bedrooms and people who don't want to spend the night in a hotel and pay all the resort fees and all that kind of stuff. All they did was connect people through their cell phones that want to sleep somewhere else, and they became, in less than 10 years, the #1 lodging service in the world. And they don't own a single Hyatt, Hilton, or any other hotel, not even a single room. That's called capitalizing on the necessity for people to connect and capitalizing on an opportunity. And let's just talk about the two big ones at the bottom. Facebook. Facebook is how 30% of the human race communicates with each other every single day. Unbelievable. And they sell stuff on there. They talk about their kids. They show their grandkids pictures on Facebook, connecting the world. And most people do it with this device right here. And Amazon, let's just face it, they have changed the world and how people buy and sell products. Most people order from this device and they get 2-day shipping, 1-day shipping, even depending on time of day, even same-day shipping. It's changed the world. We would love to do the same exact thing in the same exact way by connecting people who want better health and people who want better finances with a company that provides both, and giving you the ability to do it with this, your mobile device. That's the opportunity we have in this new gig economy.
We're so excited because business has changed, right? There's ways to make money that we never thought of before by being connectors. So because this is a business opportunity, what we want to make sure happens tonight is that you get all of the information that you need to start doing your own due diligence to make the right decision for you. So we're going to cover 6 key concepts that you need to make sure are in place before you make a decision to start in with a business. So first, right now, we're talking about trends. Then we're going to be talking about the amazing products that we have to offer, the company that provides those products, the timing, as well as the system that is in place to help you be successful, and the compensation plan. It's really the reason why we get into this type of business is the leveraged income. So what if you could be a connector using your smartphone to people with what they really want is better health, taking control of their own DNA with new technology called Nutrigenomics. We're pioneering this field and it's super exciting. It is the scientific study of the interaction of nutrition and genes, especially with regard to the prevention or treatment of disease. So we don't want you to trust us. We're going to be providing you with a bunch of different information that is third-party validations. We're going to be showing you certificates, awards that our products have won, and science, real science. But why are we so excited about it? Because being pioneers in a projected market that's going to reach over $17 billion by 2020. 23 is life-changing. And why do we say that? And why do we know that it's going to be that? It's because people are super tired of being hijacked.
And that's something very negative, but we most of the time do it to ourselves. What we want to do with these biohacking options is give you options you didn't previously have. So let's just talk about a couple of hijacking scenarios that we put ourselves in. 10 years ago, people were able to pay their bills with one job. Because of this part-time economy, people can't do it anymore. They're needing 2, 3, even 4 jobs to just try to do what one job was able to do 10 years ago. And as a result, they have less time with family. They have more time working. When the money runs out, there's still a week left in the month in some cases, and people are under massive physical, emotional, and toxic loads because of the preservatives and the convenience of the foods that they're eating. Less time to prepare the foods. The Burger King drive-thru looks more appealing, and that's not food. It just holds you over. So we now have these biohacking options. And you might be saying, I don't really even know what biohacking is. Well, I guarantee you're familiar with the process. So if you've ever been asked, would you like large fries with that? And you said, no, thanks, I'll take the side salad. Or maybe some apple wedges, or especially for the kids. Would you like a soda? No, let's just give them some water or maybe apple juice. You're a biohacker. You maybe just didn't even know it. And biohacking is simply taking control of your own biology, optimizing your genetic expression. And how do I know people want that? You ever heard of 23andme.com or ancestry.com? More people on planet Earth right now in the end of 2019 want to know what their DNA is doing than ever before. How about maximizing its expression, becoming the best version of yourself with this thing that Marci talked about called Nutrigenomics, which is how the research on how nutrients and natural compounds affect your genes, meaning your DNA. Watch this 3-minute video on who we are as a company, why we do what we do, and what the future looks like in these endeavors. Check this out.
LifeVantage began in a lab with a single powerful scientific discovery. A discovery that proved that people around us have more capacity, potential, and ability within them than we have been led to believe. At LifeVantage, we can no longer accept the limits of the human condition. So we began introducing the world of biohacking. The idea that you can be better today than you were yesterday. That you can take control of your own biology. That your health doesn't have to decline as you get older. You don't have to simply accept the hand you've been dealt. In just a few short years, LifeVantage has brought biohacking to the mainstream, shortening the gap between cutting-edge scientific research and the customer. Every day in research labs around the world, we are learning how much more our bodies can do for us if we only flip the right internal switches. So we're creating products that flip those switches. And we're doing it with a dedication to quality and safety and a different approach to selling those products. Sure, we could have gone the expected route, sold our products on big box shelves just like everyone else. In fact, at first we did just that. But we realized something. Our product sales were fueled by word of mouth and personal success stories, not marketing dollars. So we stopped paying big buck stores and started paying our customers for what we're already doing, which allowed us to eliminate the gamble of traditional advertising in favor of performance-based payouts. And in the process, we ended up turning biohacking into a movement, empowering women, minorities, and all entrepreneurs to break societal barriers and realize what they're capable of, fueled by the power of a leveraged income. From 127 biohackers when we began to over 1 million in less than a decade. The movement has become a global phenomenon with no signs of slowing down. And our products aren't the only way we're investing in human potential. We're creating hardworking technology using AI, machine learning, and mobility to make it as easy to run a LifeVantage business as it is to take an Uber.
Welcome to the LifeVantage app.
Because of that first profound discovery, we are fiercely dedicated to helping others see what we have seen, to see the immense potential in those around us. It's an inspiring way to see the world. It's why the biohacker movement continues to grow at a blistering pace. It's why giving back to our communities is a fundamental core belief. And it's why in a few short years, we have expanded into 15 countries and counting and grown from one groundbreaking nutrigenomic product to over 20. It's why we now have relationships with CEOs, sports teams, and influencers. It's why LifeVantage has grown from $3 million in revenue our first year to closing in on $250 million. And it's why we will never stop. Because to change the way the world sees, you can't merely settle for different. You have to be better and engineer a world of potential in the process.
Guys, we are so excited to be able to show you ways that we are so different than anything else that is out there in the world. Just so you know, we are not a supplement company. We are not looking to supplement things that are deficient. We're here to show you there's a different way. Activating the pathways inside your body responsible for your survival genes, those things that have gone dormant. So we're really excited to start sharing with you the product inventory that we have to offer you that fit in these 6 different arenas that more than $600 billion is already being spent around the world. More than likely, you're spending money here already. So we're going to be talking about anti-aging, skincare, hair care, pet care, energy, as well as weight loss markets.
Yes. So let's start this story in the beginning with Protandim NRF2 Synergizer. And first, let me lay out the foundation of what this discussion is going to involve. The 3 most prominent theories of aging, because we have 2 populations of people existing at the same time that have both been anomalies. We've got the baby boomers on one end and the millennials on the other end, whose parents are baby boomers. They're watching their parents and their grandparents age prematurely, and for the first time in history, we are now having diseases of aging affecting people that are still growing. And that is something we've got to stop. So at LifeVantage, we discovered the 3 theories of aging and how to intervene, starting with this product right here, Protandim NRF2 Synergizer, where we combine 5 plant ingredients, as you see at the bottom, together in the proper ratio to deal with the first theory of aging, called the free radical theory of aging, or more importantly, oxidative stress. Every time you take a breath, you breathe in oxygen, but your body can fight back, but it loses its efficiency over time. Maybe you're not familiar with oxidative stress, but if you've ever cut open an apple or an avocado and watched it turn brown within minutes, you've seen it in action. Your body just fights back. It just gets less efficient or dormant over time, the way Marci described. We just figured out with these 5 herb ingredients how to turn it back on average of an 40% improvement in just 30 days. And we discovered that lowering oxidative stress extends life. Not we, actually, the National Institute on Aging discovered over a 10-year study that our product right here, Protandim NRF2 Synergizer, is the only natural compound ever proven to extend life. And it did so by 7% in mice. Yes, we're not mice, but we are mammals and we have the same systems. And the product is BSCG, which is the Banned Substances Control Group for professional, elite, and collegiate athletes, and NSF, the gold standard in consumable products. And you'll see these 30 certifications repeat over and over again. So that's how it started. But maybe taking my word is something you don't necessarily want to do, and I would encourage that. That's why we have independent research. To date, 26 published studies on this finished product done at universities like you see at the bottom, Ohio State, Harvard, Virginia Commonwealth, just to name a few, and published in medical journals like the Journal of Free Radical Biology and Medicine, the Journal of the American Heart Association, just to name a couple, and it's just starting. If you're interested, I encourage you to go to pubmed.gov, as you see in the center top of your screen, and research it yourself, and you'll see the studies are published there. But maybe science isn't your background. I get it. Maybe media is more your speed, and watching it on TV on NBC, or reading it in the paper on the Wall Street Journal, watching it on the Today Show, yes, this finished product. Or ABC News did a primetime investigative report, which Marci's going to talk about here in a little bit. PBS did a series called Health Quest, and Dr. Phil, of all people, had Donny Osmond on his show talking about how good he looks in his mid to late 50s, and he pulled out the blue bottle that you see right there and said, Dr. Phil, I have the answer. It's the closest thing I found to the fountain of youth. I take it every day, and it works. And that's what he was talking about, our finished product. And because, as we said, this is a business, we want to protect your intellectual property with the patents that you see at the bottom. Now, let's continue this discussion of anti-aging and the theories of aging with the second theory of aging. We're going to talk about the mitochondrial theory of aging, because most people have health consequences that are a result of the energy in their cells being lost, and the cells just not functioning the way they used to, and they're now more susceptible to these diseases of aging. But we figured out if you take 5 natural ingredients that you see at the bottom, combine them together in a specific recipe, we literally can turn back the clock on the cellular aging by increasing the cellular energy with mitochondrial number, size, and efficiency, and literally giving a brand new engine to those cells that are aging, and in the process, boosting energy, life expression, and attention span, and all kinds of other things. And again, BSCG and NSF approved. Now let's talk about the creme de la creme. I don't know why I said that, but let's just talk about the icing on the cake with our third theory of aging we're going to talk about, and the Protandim NAD synergizer. If you've ever heard of anybody doing keto or paleo or intermittent fasting or time-restricted feeding, you know all the reasons why people do those things, but you probably didn't know what was lurking in the background enabling the results. It's NAD. Because as your body burns fat to create carbohydrates, NAD is increased. As you take your window of feeding and you only make it a certain narrow window, your body increases NAD, allowing you to burn calories or create calories by burning fat. We discovered that over time, and I'm not saying we, science and researchers have discovered over time that your NAD production and what they fortify, called sirtuins, dramatically decrease, literally by 50% when we're in our 40s, 50s, and 60s. We just figured out with 4 natural ingredients: wasabi, olive leaf extract, theacrine, which is the ground petals of a flower, and cuprous niacin, put those together in a very specific recipe, and we dramatically increase. Now I say dramatically, 100% increase in just 24 hours of NAD, which fortifies these amazing things called sirtuins, which make your cells work efficiently, and boom, trifecta, or what we call the tri-synergizer, the Protandim family, addressing all 3 most prominent theories of aging at the same time. Now, you're looking at a pretty busy slide, but if you look at NRF2 on the left, NRF1 in the middle, and NAD on the right, if you take the left columns in each one, that's the results of taking the product by itself. If you look at the right column in each example, that's the result of taking the 3 products together. And I think you can see the dramatic impact on why the tri-synergizer, or more specifically, dealing with all 3 theories of aging at the same time, is the best strategy, and also BSCG approved and patent pending. Now let's talk about probiotics. Now you've probably heard the phrase, you are what you eat, right? No. You are what you digest. The problem is all the organic fruits and vegetables that people are buying, and the grass-fed beef and the free-range chicken, and the attention to detail of the food that they purchase may not be creating cells at the highest rate of efficiency, because maybe your microbiome, more specifically your intestinal tract, is not working properly. That's why probiotics have become so popular. How do we improve on the process? It's very simple. We just get the majority of the bacteria down into the large intestine where it belongs, with 2 amazing common sense discoveries. Make the little tablets small and round so they get through the system quicker, and put a coating on it so it doesn't get neutralized in the acidic nature of the stomach, and 60% of the bacteria in the bottle gets down into your lower intestine alive and functioning, versus 4% of the leading competitors of probiotics out there. So 15 times more powerful, so that you don't have to take all those billions and billions and billions of cultures that you're buying, but just neutralizing 96% of them in your stomach. It's an amazing breakthrough of an already amazing discovery. Probiotics are key, and our ProBio is the best product on the market. So now let's talk about Omega Plus, free fatty acids for your brain, for your circulatory system, your cardiovascular system. And it is in the best form of fish oil. Yes, I said fish oil, and I can just tell some of you had a response like, oh my God, not fish oil again. You tried it once and never again, because the burps that come up after. And I feel you. Our company just figured out, we just asked the question, again, common sense, how do we stop fish burps? The answer is use pristine, clean oil of fish oil, so you don't have to process it to get the mercury out. So we went to pristine oceans and got pristine fish, so we didn't have to process it. And the other, if it tastes like fish, it's probably rancid. So it's fresh. And we even give you a boat to bottle purity. You can put the lot number on our website and find out exactly where it was harvested. That's step number 1. Step number 2 is apply a little common sense. Let's put some lemon oil, some essential lemon oil in the mix. So even if you do burp it up, it's not offensive. It won't be rancid anyway, but it's not offensive. It tastes like citrus. So that's the amazing thing to help you, because if you're going to get benefit, you have to take the product.
Yes.
We just asked, how do we make it easier? There you go. You're welcome.
I love this stuff. All right, so we've been talking about an amazing line of activating products and then support actors, okay? So we're going to continue in the support actors, all right? Because what we're doing is we're giving you the opportunity to look, feel, and perform better by taking care of your whole entire body, all right? Think about your car. Are you just going to do oil changes and put in crappy gas? No! You're going to do oil changes. You're going to take care of the engine. You're going to take care of putting in the proper fuel, making sure it's clean on the outside and the inside so that you can have the most sexy vehicle to drive around so everybody can see it, right? Well, think about your body exactly the same way. So as we're going through these supporting actors of products for your activating system, think about your body as being the one vehicle that you have to carry you throughout your entire life. And how are you going to be most optimally taking care of it? So have you ever been on a diet? I'm pretty sure that most of us can say we've been on probably 5 or 6 or 10 or more than that, right? The reason is that diets do not work. As a matter of fact, they are detrimental to your health and can lead to disease. So we wanted to come up with a healthy weight management system that combined with a healthy diet and getting your body moving more, exercise, that it would be a smart weight management system, and we called it Physique. Spelt with an IQ for a reason, because it is, it's smart. So these supporting actors to the products that Dondee has already shared with you start off with Physique Prebiotic. What is prebiotic? It's food for your probiotic. It helps to create the proper environment for the probiotic, our probio, to do exactly what it needs to be able to do its job effectively. It also, at the same time, helps you to feel less hungry and helps to maintain a balanced blood sugar level. The second supporting actor in this system is Physique Fat Burn. I love this. This is my battle buddy. It's like going in and it is doing battle against that difficult fat, the visceral fat, the fat that likes to hug your internal organs and cause disease, okay? And by the way, thin people can have this fat too. So what it does is it goes in and it breaks down the visceral fat into little particles that you can then use throughout the day for more energy. Have you ever been on a diet and had no energy? This helps you have energy through your smart weight management system. It's going to help you feel more energized and support the goals that you have. Then as you're doing the battle with the fat, you need to make sure that you're also supplementing and protecting your lean muscle mass, because you don't want to be damaging it as you're going to battle with the fat. So Physique Protein was designed to actually help support the lean muscle that you have, but promote increase of that lean muscle at the same time. There's 18 grams of protein per serving. It is BSCG approved, and there's less than 1 gram of sugar per serving. So these 3 products combined with the products we've talked about already is going to give you your best opportunity at a smart weight management system. Now, continuing in here and talking about that vehicle, we've put together this ultimate stack. It provides you with everything that you need to take care of your body from head to toe the most effective way and optimally. It also includes free shipping, so anything that you order on top of this ultimate stack also ships to you for free. So we've got you covered here with the ultimate stack. Now, Axio, this is an amazing brain food, okay? This is not an energy drink. What it does is it unlocks your body's ability to have better mental clarity, focus, concentration, and memory retention. This brain food is gonna help you have less mental fatigue and brain fog, give you a better mood, and it's amazing because it helps balance out your brain chemistry. It's a very clean, low-calorie, low-carb, vegan formula. It's BSCG approved. It's free of all those things that you don't want, artificial colors, flavors, sweeteners. There's no added sugars, GMOs, or gluten. Plus, it is decaf and caffeinated options. We actually use this for our kids, helping them with their focus throughout the day at school. And now continuing with our beauty systems, True Science is a brand. It's all about confidence, right? And it starts with your skin and then your hair as well. So right here, we're going to talk about the only skincare regimen in the world that activates with the NRF2 technology, your skin's ability to heal itself. All right, so when we're talking about that, that means less fine lines and wrinkles. It means better hydrated skin, better looking skin, smoother skin, and more luminous or shining in a healthy way, skin. It's going to help balance out if you have some skin discoloration. It's going to give you the opportunity to have the skin that you have always wanted with a very clean and green formula. That's really important because anything that you put on your face or on your scalp absorbs 60% of it into what's on the other side. What's on the other side of your face and your hair? It's your brain, guys. Why do you want to add additional toxic overload to your brain? You don't. So if you have never heard of the app called Think Dirty, you can download it on any of your smartphone devices, and you can start checking out the things that you've been using on your body and around your house. This system itself rates a number 2, which is super clean, and it's green for the environment. So this is the skincare regimen by True Science. Now moving into our hair care system by True Science. This is actually an award-winning system. There's 3 parts to it because we focus on your scalp. Because if you want healthy hair, guess where it comes from? It's got to be from a healthy scalp. Okay, so we've got to make sure that we focus on making sure your scalp is getting everything that it needs. And we do that with an NRF2 ingredient formula. This is going to help to protect your scalp from environmental assaults. And it's going to give you the opportunity to have less hair breakage, increase in hair shine, increase in hair volume. How about reduction in scalp dryness, which is an increase in hair confidence, right? And reduction in hair frizz. This is also super clean and green. We rate 1 and 2s on the Think Dirty app, and our scalp serum actually won the award for best scalp treatment from the Think Dirty app. Now dogs, where is ours? Oh, she's asleep behind us. She just loves to be with us. And so we love to take care of her because we want her with us as long as possible. We actually have this formulation called Protandim. It's Protandim NRF2. Remember that oxidative stress reducer, that damage inside of the cells reducer, that extension of life provider, that Protandim. We're actually able to say this is the first product to market that attacks that oxidative stress inside of dogs. So it works exactly the same way as the human formulation works inside of humans, but for dogs, it helps them with a shinier coat, increased playfulness, more energy. It helps to support joint health, hearing, and eyesight. Our dog has been on this since we brought her home, and she will be clear through her entire life because we want her to have the healthiest lifespan possible. So this is the catalog of products that we have to offer. So let's talk a little bit about the company that's bringing those products to the market. So LifeVantage has actually been around since 2003. We had Protandim NRF2 sold on stores like GNC, High Health, Rite Aid, and some online venues as well. Many people saw it, but they didn't buy hardly any of it because the most we ever did was $3 million in sales per year. People didn't understand the technology, and so it just sat there until 2005 when ABC Primetime came in and did an investigative report on that product and what we were saying about it. They actually came in and wanted to disprove what we were claiming in that product could reduce oxidative stress on average of 40% in the first 30 days of taking it. So John Quinones, he came in, he was the reporter, he came in and he knocked on the door of the scientists that formulated this product and said, hey, take my blood. I want to try out your products and see if they really do what you say they do. So we took his blood and then he said, oh, but by the way, I only have 2 weeks. This piece has to go to air in less time. So they did it. He started taking this product every day. And at the end of 2 weeks' time, they took his blood again. And the results were even better than what our science had shown. He actually had a reduction of 45% of that oxidative stress in 2 weeks' time. So at first they intended it to be a disprover of what we were saying, and it actually became one of the best pieces of third-party validation that we still use today. So if you haven't seen it, ask to see it from the person that invited you to see this information. So we knew that we had something important, and so did the world, because we had almost $5 million in orders almost overnight. We couldn't fulfill them though. We didn't know how to produce that much product. So it was a back order of about 9 months' time. Not a good thing. But what was good is we started getting phone calls from all those scientists and researchers around the world that knew what oxidative stress was, and they wanted to know if our finished product, Protandim NRF2, could really do what we said, how it would affect the science that they were doing in their labs. That's where all of that science that Dondee spoke about, where you can go to pubmed.gov and search Protandim to see that research, that's where it started. All on finished product Protandim NRF2. This is not ingredient science. That's really, really important to understand, guys. So we knew that we had to figure out a way to get this product into people's hands better than the store shelves were. That's why we decided in 2009 we needed to put this product into people's hands that could share the information. Word of mouth marketing. It's a proven venue for moving products. So since that time, we actually just finished our 10th year, and it was our most successful year. We did right over 250 million in sales. That's quite an improvement from 3 million, wouldn't you agree? So you can go and check out everything that we've been talking about, because again, we don't want you to trust us. We want you to go and do your due diligence. We're publicly traded. We're on the NASDAQ. Our ticker is LFVN. We're super excited about where we've come from, but we're very excited about the future, being led by a corporate leadership where the top handful have well over 100+ years of experience in taking companies that are about our size into well over the $1 billion value mark. So these are the countries that we are currently working in. We actually just opened New Zealand today. So the top 2 rows of countries are countries where people can become independent distributors, share this information with people, help people become biohackers and have optimal health. But on top of that, they're creating a leveraged income. So amazing. And then the bottom row of countries, those are the countries that are part of our global customer program. We're not open for distributors there, but people that live there can learn about biohacking from a distributor that is in one of the countries in the top 2 rows. They can order products through that distributor, and LifeVantage, the company, ships it directly to their door in their own country. Super exciting to be able to help people become biohackers around the world. But being a first-time network marketer, I knew that I needed a proven system in place, a group of people that had already had success. I mean, I've never done this before, but I had dreams, right? I mean, you've seen it on social media, somebody with their feet up in a chair, and you can see their laptop, and in the background, there's a pool, or there's the ocean, a beach. And they said, my office for the day, I wish you were here. It's like, I wished I was there too, right? Well, LifeVantage has actually brought me something even better. How about using social sharing, using my smartphone and the LifeVantage app that's being developed in-house? I can build and support my international business from my cell phone, wherever I have Wi-Fi or cell service. Guys, this system is amazing. You have such a phenomenal team to connect with. You're in business for yourself, but you will never be alone. Our company provides phenomenal regional and corporate trainings. As a matter of fact, this coming Saturday, there's a LifeVantage Academy in an area near you. In February, we're going to be in Cancun for Elite Academy, where we'll be taught and trained, have our belief built in many different areas, not to mention Cancun in February. What's the weather like where you live in February? I'm thinking Cancun is the place to be. And then Global Convention next October in Las Vegas, Nevada. You need to plan to be there with us. But again, you will be supported and you'll be able to take control on your terms. This is an addition to the proven system that is provided by the company, a replicated website that is beautifully done, full of amazing information that you can share with people that you want to know about our products, want to know about biohacking, about the company LifeVantage, and what it means to build a leveraged income. On top of that, it has got this amazing shopping cart option to where when you've been sharing information with people and they're like, okay, I want to start biohacking, I want that ultimate stack, you can actually create a personal shopping cart for that person, share the link with them. All they have to do is put in their personal information, payment information, and check out, and voila, you have increased your business volume. Or how about this? One step easier. Use that LifeVantage app, and you're going to create that shopping cart exactly the same way, but using the app, their personal information is going to auto-populate. So all they have to do is put in payment information, check out, and product will be shipped to them the very next business day. It is an amazing, easy checkout system. So many of the things that we've heard, and I thought myself actually in the beginning, some concerns about network marketing. One is that nobody makes money in network marketing. Or 2, how about I tried that thing and nobody ever helped me. And 3, only the people at the top make all of the money, right? Have you ever heard that or thought that yourself? Well, right here on this slide, we're going to talk about the first one. Nobody makes money in network marketing. So we're going to be talking about global billions of dollars. In 2011, $158 billion was spent on products or services provided by a network marketing company. In 2017, that jumped up to $189 billion spent on products or services provided by a network marketing company. Can't wait for this year to be done because they do this every 2 years. So 2019, those numbers are going to blow through the ceiling completely. The reason why this is important is that companies on average pay out 40% of every dollar to the people or independent distributors that share the information on the products or services that's purchased. 40% of $189 billion was made by a network marketer somewhere in the world in 2017. That's a lot of money being made.
Yep. So let's talk about the timing. This is where you evaluate, is this the right time for you? Is it the right time for a business like this? And is it the right time in the overall scheme of things? So let's talk about the two curves that you see on your screen. The first one, the red one, is called the diffusion of innovation. You don't have to remember that. Just think about it as how people deal with change or new ideas. And the blue curve is the business cycle or the business S curve. So let's talk about the red curve first. And I'm going to give you an example. Back in 2007, when I had a BlackBerry, and iPhone announced they were coming out, or Apple announced they were coming out with the iPhone, and I'm thinking, why would anybody buy a phone from a computer company? I love my BlackBerry. People actually camped out for like a week before the phone came out. We call those people innovators, if you look from the left, but it's only 2.5% of people. And I was making fun of every single 2.5% of those people. So the key is that I wanted someone else to have an experience before I abandoned my BlackBerry and jumped on the iPhone train. It didn't happen with the iPhone 1. It didn't happen with the iPhone 2. It didn't even happen with the iPhone 3. So I didn't identify myself as an early adopter. I wanted more than just someone else's experience. I wanted expert opinions. So I was reading articles on cell phone technology and what they were saying about this emerging company, Apple, producing these iPhones while BlackBerry was going down. My phone was dropping calls. So when the iPhone 4 came out, I jumped on board in the early majority of 34% of people. And now it just keeps going. And so the key is that in order to adapt to change or embrace change, most people want someone else to have an experience first so that they can observe, or they want an expert opinion. That's just how things work. We have to figure out how to capitalize on that. Well, now let's talk about the blue curve, the business S curve. It's better to get involved in the beginning of a company when there's two things in place: predictable success and a supply and demand market that is favorable to the company. So as Marci said, we just had our 10th year, and 90% of companies don't even make it to their 10th year. Not only we just have our 10-year anniversary, it was our most profitable year ever of over $250 million in sales. And we just had our Q1, first quarter of fiscal year 2020, and it was our best quarter ever. So those are trends that are scaling up. Now it just comes down to the timing of the company. Asking the question, do people around the world want better health? Yes or yes. Do people around the world want, and are they looking for how to make additional money? Yes or yes. Those two things are working in our favor, and we haven't even got to where people know who we are yet. Look at our ticker. Literally, we are where you see that asterisk on the blue curve. That is the capitalization of something called momentum, where 80% of the people join the company in that rapid upswing because predictability is there and supply and demand is there. We have all of them. Here's the limiting factor. Most people don't know who we are. We're the best kept secret in this industry, which is the timing for you. Where you see early is where we are. We've already proven ourselves. We already know that more people want what we have. They just don't know what we have it, which is the timing opportunity for you. You just get to decide whether or not you join or not. Well, let's talk about how do people do that. We call fast tracking with a pack. So people that are interested in the business have one focus and one focus only. We call it our platinum pack. $1,250 initial investment for almost $2,000 of product, all of our products. But maybe not everybody wants that. We also have a gold pack for people that are looking for more of a side income while they remain in their job or pursuing their passion. And most people that join on Platinum Pack are still doing something else. They convert over time, and we'll talk about how that works. But the key thing with both of these, platinum pack option and the gold pack option, is they come with products, limited amount or the most popular amount with the gold, all the products with the platinum, but they also come with tickets to education provided by the company.
Yes.
Because this is a business. We want you to know how to run your business. The worst thing you could possibly do is invest in a business and not know how to run it. That's what we provide for free when you join on these 2 packs. And the other things, if you look at the assets, the corporation, all the staff, all of our C-suite executives, our production facilities, quality control, shipping. So you're not making your own products and making home deliveries. That's a thing of the past. Customer service, the website, IT, capitalizing on this amazing app technology and web-based technology, advertising, marketing, legal, compliance, accounting, events and promotion, all taken care of on your behalf. So how do we get in this and make money? The answer is very simple. As Marci said initially, if any names popped into your head about people that could benefit from the products as we described them, share the information and allow them to be your network of consumers, or anybody that you know that could use some extra money or some more financial stability in their life. Share the information and allow them to become your network of distributors. But how do we make money? It's very simple. The old-fashioned way, every week, the way most of us are familiar with, you put in some time, you get some finances back. You share some information, allow people to join your team, you get bonuses back. The initial goal is to get you profitable as quickly as possible. But the secret sauce in all of this is the leverage. The people that you know people you don't. And those people know people that neither of you know, and so on and so on. So the more information that is shared by the more amount of people around the world, giving people the ability to be more financially secure and healthier at the same time, opens up how we get paid monthly or our residual or royalty commissions. It's unbelievable how this works. There's also, Marci talked about previously, one of the shortcomings of network marketing historically has been nobody helps anybody. We solved that problem with our generational matching bonus, where we are financially incentivized not just to help the people that we get in on our personal side by getting 10% match from the company of everything they make, but 4 generations below them, we get 5% as well. So we are financially incentivized to work with at least 5 generations of people. So when we're incentivized to do so, guess what we do? We do it. That's how we predict the success of our people. And we even have it one better. We give everybody the opportunity to capitalize on every single product in the world sold, no matter if it's in the organization or not, with what we call our elite pools, where we take 4% of global revenue every month and split it among the top distributors of the company. And we also give away $25,000 gifts like Jeeps and Harleys and Rolexes, or just $25,000 cash. Pick whichever one you want and get a thank you from the company for building your business. That's called our My Life Venture program. So how far can we take this? How far can you take this? The answer is very simple, as far as you want. So take a look at the third column, left to right, the monthly average. And let me remind you, we are a publicly traded company. This is called our income disclosure statement. It is a legally binding document down to the dollar on the average amount per month, from our distributors all the way to our executive master Pro 10s at $123,000 per month. So just pick a number. Let's just look at the ones highlighted in blue. Pro 3, $636. People get to that on average in 10 months or less. And $636 a month, or another $7,500 plus per year. What would that do to the average American family when they're doing this part-time, following a very proven system? Or just take it one additional step further. Look at the next blue row of Premier Pro 5, $2,900 per month, or $35,000 per year. Most people do this in less than 2 years, working part-time, following a system with a team of support that wants to help you. So think about your own job where you are now. If nothing changed, could you guarantee an additional $35,000 a year raise coming into your family from your job if you change nothing in the next 2 years? If the answer is no, which it is for probably 99% of you, you should really take a look at this. Marci and I have been blessed to create an elite Pro 9 business in the last 10 years, and we are far from being done because we want to help as many of you achieve what level you want. So here's my challenge to you to capitalize on the timing. Pick a number in that column that you would at least need to make in order to even make it worth your while. And then get back to the person who invited you tonight and tell them what that number is. And we can show you, no matter what it is, that it can be done working part-time to start in 10 years or less, because even the highest, and these are per month incomes, people, have been done in less than 10 years. And I want you to look at the total annual payout. And if you look right in the middle from the Premier Pro 4s down, the majority of our entire comp plan payout goes to people in middle ranks, not the people at the top, because that would be an unfair advantage for some highly efficient people, and not everybody can be average. So we pay the majority of the people in the middle ranks. Very powerful statement.
So good. I love it. So guys, really, we're just giving you another option on how you can live the rest of your life. Do you want to be part of the traditional plan until the last few years before you pass away? Because that is the myth that we've all been taught, that we go to school, we get a job, we work for someone else for 40 to 50 hours on average every single week for 40 to 50 years, helping them build their dreams while you're earning a living and hoping to be able to have part of your life left to live it the way you want to. Well, now with this option, what you know can give you the opportunity of completely changing your future, meaning that you still need to have a job right now to pay your bills. That is a given. But what if you make the decision and set your mind that for the next 10 years, you're going to be part of a support system, that you're going to be coachable and willing to grow, to be able to build this leveraged income and earn while you learn along the way, okay? And then at the end of the 10 years, accomplishing that goal that you've set out for yourself, and then determining how you want to live the rest of your life for you and for your family, doing what you want, wherever you want, no matter what the cost is, and serving others. That's the LifeVantage option that we have presented. Just keep in mind, take my story for an example. You never want to depend on a single income stream. And also know that you must make that sacrifice of time, energy, and an investment to get that second stream started. But why not do it with a company that believes this? This is not about the company. This is not about one person. This is about the world. We want to leave something that continues on after we're not here anymore. And that's what LifeVantage Legacy is all about. These are just some of the companies and organizations that we have partnered with over the past 10 years to bring smiles to other parts of the world where smiles aren't seen very often. We are currently partnered with Families Helping Families down in Puerto Penasco, Mexico, where during the year we raise the money, and at the end of the year, 300 to 400 distributors go with their families to build homes for families that they would never have the opportunity to have one on their own. It's giving people a hand up for a better future. So I think that we'll be over 30 homes when we're done this year. So we're super excited to be partnered with this company and with LifeVantage Legacy. So guys, we just want to thank you. Thank you so much for being on this Zoom here tonight. But more importantly, please thank the person that invited you to be here with us. And be honest with them on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being, yes, you're ready to get started on products immediately. Give me my shopping cart. I need to be a biohacker. And then 10, yes, products absolutely is a given, right? And I want to learn and start my LifeVantage business, that leveraged income that I've been learning about. Or if you're somewhere in between, let them know what you need to see or hear to be able to make your decision so you're fully educated and comfortable in that decision that you're ready to make, okay? Guys, not to mention, if you are not resonating with this, that's okay, because this is not for everyone. But keep in mind, if you've thought of anyone outside of yourself that could benefit from these products or from this opportunity, pass their information along to the person that invited you here tonight, because they deserve to know what you now know. All right. Thank you guys so much for being here with us tonight. You have been a blessing to us.
Absolutely. And capitalize on 2 things. More people want better health than ever before right now. And more people want more financial security than ever before right now. And people are looking for natural options that they can do from home. That is the LifeVantage opportunity all wrapped in. So thank you for your time tonight. Please do us a favor, because sharing is caring. Please let people know that this information is out there and share this link with them.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, guys. God bless.